friends. Ooh, this looks super crooked. Let's see if we can, there we go. That looks a little bit better. Hello friends, and welcome back to another video, and a special big hello if you are new. We are vlogging today, and I'm super excited because I feel like I haven't vlogged in forever. I much prefer filming vlogs than I do sit-down videos, but sit-down videos are a lot easier, and the editing process is a lot quicker for those as well. I'm actually in the midst of filming another vlog. I was filming a Little House vlog before Christmas, and then I stopped reading Little House because I wanted to read Christmas books, and then after Christmas I've just not come back to it. So that vlog will be up very soon, but it will just be like a month in between the last read and the current read that I'm getting ready to start. So I will be doing that one right after this one. But in today's reading vlog, we are going to be reading Sarah Adams's new book, which is Beg, Borrow, or Steal. This is the third book in the Rome, Kentucky series, or I think the When in Rome series. I'm not entirely for sure what the proper title is. I read Practice Makes Perfect right after it came out in 2023, I think, and I loved it. It was one of my favorite books of all time, and I cannot think of the main character's name, but she was my heart and soul on paper, and I loved it. And I also pictured the hero in that story. Again, I can't think of names, but I pictured him kind of as like Harry Styles. So that was my kind of book. It was really good. I have read When in Rome, and I really did enjoy it as well, but not as much as Practice Makes Perfect. I've read some of Sarah Adams's Regency romances. Sorry. I've read some of her Regency romances, and they've been fun as well, but I much prefer her contemporary work. I'm really finicky with Regency romances. If you've watched any of my videos, you've probably picked up on that. And I have the cheat sheet. So she's definitely an author that I really enjoy, and I like reading her work. I just think that they are adorable on the outside and on the inside, and I'm really excited for this one. And one of my favorite things about these is that they're all loosely based off Audrey Hepburn films, and I adore Audrey Hepburn so much. I literally have multiple Audrey Hepburn things right here next to me. I've adored her since I was probably 13, and I think about her all the time. So one of my favorite things to do when I read these books is to watch the corresponding Audrey Hepburn film. When in Rome was based off of Roman Holiday, which is my favorite Audrey Hepburn movie. Practice Makes Perfect, what was it based off of? Was it Funny Face? I can't remember. But Beg, Borrow, Steal is based off of How to Steal a Million. So we will be watching How to Steal a Million together once we finish this book. I just think it's the perfect way to read these. So if you've not read these, or if you want to reread them, then make sure you watch the Audrey Hepburn film after you finish, or maybe even before. I don't know what the best order for that would be, but just do yourself a favor because she's the best. But this tells the story of Emily Walker. She is a... Hang on. I need to read. I actually don't know what this book's about. I know that she's a teacher. It says that she was perfectly happy when her nemesis Jack left Rome, Kentucky mid-school year with his fiance. The last thing Emily saw coming was Jack's return at the start of summer after calling off the wedding and ending the relationship, and he's here to stay as her colleague and her neighbor. He's glad to be back, renovate his house. He's working on a mystery novel. So are we like Augustus Everett here? I would love that. And he realizes he's neighbors with the one woman who's always pushes buttons. It's a chemistry field. She sends an email to their school's principal that could reveal her secret literary side hustle. She needs to steal back her manuscript, and Jack, she hates to admit it, is just the man to help her. Surprisingly, he agrees. Ooh, this sounds really, really fun. And again, I think a little bit of beach read sprinkled in there where they're both writers. I love that. So I'm so excited to be reading this one. We're going to start it here in a few minutes. I've already got my cup of tea here. I thought my mug fit really, really well. I thought it just kind of matched the vibes. I have it's like a hibiscus and raspberry, rose, apple. It's a very fruity tea, and it's one of my favorites. And also, if you are a woman, it is very good for that like time of the month as well. So but that's what we're going to be doing today, is starting this book. Tomorrow my parents are coming for a little bit. They're gonna come and get lunch, and then in this big empty spot here where we used to have our Christmas tree, they're bringing one of my bookshelves from home to put here. And I'm so excited because I don't have any bookshelves here. I have a stack of books on the floor. I've got books piled everywhere in the house, but I don't have an actual bookshelf. So I'm really excited to have one of my bookshelves here. And it's gonna go, like I said, right here in this kind of empty spot. Actually probably moved over a little bit this way, but it'll be really nice to have in the background of my videos. I did go to their house, and that's why you see boxes here, and then there's like a big laundry basket here full of books as well. And I got some of the books that I want to put on the bookshelf, because even though I have a stack of books on the floor, we still needed to bring more here. So I'm gonna have that all set up tomorrow, and I'll probably like film something as I'm putting the books on there. So I'm just so excited to have a bookshelf. Like, you have no idea. So we're going to be doing that, and then I hope to have this finished by Sunday. That way I can watch the Audrey Hepburn film that night, but if not, then I feel like I'll definitely have it finished by Monday, and we'll just do it then. So anyway, I feel like I have just rambled and rambled on. I work from home, and I work with children. So by like Friday, today's Friday, so by the end of the week, I am desperate for adult interaction. I like called my mom and talked to her for a couple hours and things like that, but by the end of the week, I just need to talk, you know, where I've been home alone all week, and I work with kids, so the only interaction I really have is from kids. So I'm using you guys as my outlet to talk, I guess. But anyway, I've been talking way too long, so let's go ahead, wear Clementine down a little bit, since she wants to play, and then we're gonna start Beg, Borrow, or Steal. Glenn. Hello guys, I think my camera is dirty, sorry. It's a little bit later. I'm on page, I want to say, I didn't put my bookmark in, like a goofy. I am on page 71, and there's Clementine. I am really enjoying it so far. I feel like I've kind of gotten into it and gotten like the gist of the story, but not a whole lot has happened. Jack has come back from Nebraska, where he was with his fiance to get married, and he has bought a house next to Emily and is settling in, and Emily is not very happy about it. The whole town is kind of like plotting against Jack, but I feel like he's charming him in spite of that, and like their will to like not like him. So it's really sweet. They described him as like Mr. Rogers with tattoos at one point, which I really liked a lot. So I am enjoying it, and I'll probably read a little bit more later on tonight. I have a horrible headache. I've had one for a couple of days. I mean, I get really bad cluster headaches, and they make me really like nauseous, and they're just miserable. And I had one yesterday, and I've taken medicine, but it is just driving me crazy, and I really need to clean the house because my parents are coming over tomorrow. We just need to we have some dishes, we need to vacuum, just a couple things like that. But I think I might lay down and take a little bit of a nap until Jeremy gets home. It's a little bit after 5. I don't know if I said that already, but my head hurts so bad. And it's like hurting my head to read. So I think I might take a quick little nap. And then when he gets home, I'll cook dinner and stuff and maybe tidy up. And hopefully we'll kick this headache. I don't know. I have endometriosis, and I tend to, it's been a little demon the past month. So I don't know if it's related to that or if it's like a sinus allergy kind of thing because we've had really crazy weather. But we'll see. So I think I'm going to take a quick little nap, have dinner, hang out with Jeremy for a bit, and then I'll probably read some more of Beg, Borrow, or Steal before I go to bed.
I'm excited to see what you come up with.
About right here.
What are you gonna put? You should put like letters and pictures there. That way, 100 years from now, when people see that and then they get into it and then they find it. As much as that.
Oh yeah, I think that would be good.
Oh yeah.
Would you like some? Like that?
Yeah. Oh man.
That's good.
Now you don't have to worry about falling down.
I know. That's what I was worried about, having it spread open,
Yes.
warping
And bend the pages.
Well, not bending the pages, just warping the book. You know what I mean?
That looks
good.
Yeah. I feel like I'm in Barnes and Noble.
Shut up, Jeremy. Perfect. What do you think? What you think? Fine. I'm a clever girl. pretty. Hello friends, I'm sitting in front of my bookshelf and it makes me so happy. My parents brought it yesterday and it was just a really good day. I love having a bookshelf here and I think that it looks really good. I have put all my books on it this morning and we got some tulips, or I didn't, Jeremy picked me up tulips from the grocery store this morning, so I put those in their vases. I need to wash my hair today and redo my nails, so I apologize for my appearance, but that's what Sundays are for. But I'm getting ready to sit down and read a little bit more of Beg, Borrow, or Steal. So I wanted to kind of update you on where I'm at. I'm on page 113. They are starting to realize that they have feelings for one another, and it's really, really sweet and cute. They have a lot of banter back and forth and a lot of like practical joking type thing going on. And so they're starting to, I think where it's kind of a close proximity, they're starting to get to see different sides of each other, and they don't want to like joke quite as much because they are starting to like realize the other side of each other and wanting to cater to that and support that. And like I said, they're just realizing that they have feelings for each other, which is really, really sweet, and I'm loving it so much so far. So I feel like since we're kind of a good chunk in and we're nearing halfway, and we'll probably hit halfway today, that we'll definitely start to see the relationship bloom and then like admit that they have feelings for one another, that type of thing. So I'm getting ready to sit down and read for a little bit. I will try to update you some more. I've got some coffee here. I've got my bookshelves to stare at. So it's going to be a really good Sunday, and hopefully we'll get a good ways into it, and hopefully with any luck I'll be able to finish it tomorrow or Tuesday, and then we can watch the Audrey Hepburn film. Clementine's right here too, and I think she wants to say hi, so let me show you how pretty she is today. Oh, say hello. She's my baby, aren't you? Yeah. So we went for a really long ride when we got coffee this morning because she's been so cooped up. We've had a lot of snow and like really cold weather, so she loved like getting out of the house for a little bit. She loves to go on car rides, so. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and read now. Alright, so right up here at the top I have all of my Emily Henry's. I have the deluxe edition of Beach Read, but it's over there on display too. And then I have two of my Sarah Adams books, and when I finish Beg, Borrow, or Steal, it'll go there too. I have this children's book, which is written by Johnny Flynn and Robert McFarlane, and then it was illustrated by Emily Sutton, but Johnny Flynn is my favorite musician, and this is a children's book based off of my favorite song from him, and it's signed, and I love it, so obviously it had to go on display up here. Next, we have some classics. So I have my first Jane Austen box set here. It is beautiful, and I have a lot of people ask me where I got it from, but I believe that it's out of print now, but they are just stunning. There are pictures inside of the books, and I adore it. And then I have some more classics. Some of these I've read, some of them I haven't. I have a Jane Austen biography that I've not read. War and Peace is one of my favorite classics, as well as Far from the Madding Crowd. I loved that one. I really want to get the Penguin Clothbound Classic, even though this is a really pretty edition, because the Clothbound Classic has bees on it. A Room with a View was a really great one. A Farewell to Arms is one of my favorites, and I thrifted this copy, I think for like $1, and I love this copy so much. I've not read The Professor or this one. But the rest on here I have read. And then I have this frame that I thrifted. I'm going to put a picture of me and each of my nephews from my wedding here, because they are my pride and joy. And then I have these like Fitzgerald editions, which I featured in my Prettiest Classics books. I featured The Great Gatsby, but here are the rest of them. in their glory. And again, I love it. So I'm so happy with it. Down here, we just have some paperbacks. I have my Khalid books. I love him. He's one of my favorite writers. I was looking through Sea Prayer earlier, and I was like, it's so relevant now as it was then. Pretty much all of these books I have read. I have not read 100 Years of Solitude yet, but I really want to. I want to reread Brooklyn and then read the new one, or like the sequel to it. I've not read The Switch yet. Eleanor Oliphant is one of my favorite books, and So Are the Humans by Matt Haig. That's probably my favorite book by him. And then I have some Silas House, who is one of my favorite writers. Both of these were amazing. I like The Goldfinch better than The Secret History. And then I have The Frozen River here, which one of my friends got for me for Christmas. And I'm hoping to read this very soon. On down to the next one. So I have the Neapolitan novels. I love these, and I'm hoping to reread these this summer. I have a teacup here. My nephews got me a flower in this for Mother's Day. Just thanking me for being a part of their life and being their aunt. And it's very sweet because I'm not a mother yet, so that's really touching. I have Hank Green's books here. I have the Fleabag scriptures and the Normal People scripts. I've not seen Conversations with Friends, but I feel like I need to get it and put it here. Since I have, the others, I don't know. I just think that would be nice. Moving on, I have The Midnight Library, which was okay. I have Great House. Nicole Krauss is one of my favorite writers. I've enjoyed everything I've read by her so much. So if you've not read any of her books, they're very whimsical and fun. I love Bridge of Clay, and that's another book I want to read. I've not I've not read, if you can see it, The Berry Giant. This has spade edges. I think it's so pretty. I've heard so many mixed reviews on it that I keep putting it off, but I really want to. I also have this edition of Circe. It was okay for me. I definitely like the Song of Achilles a lot better. But this edition is just stunning. I have the Anthropocene Reviewed, one of my Britt Bennett books. I have another one of hers. I think it's still at my mom and dad's in storage. And then I have The Witch's Heart, which is not in there very good, but that's okay. And moving on to the very last shelf here, if I can, probably gonna have to take you off the tripod now. Hopefully I'm not too shaky because all I've had today is coffee. I have some memoirs. Oh gosh, I'm sorry. I have some memoirs and biographies here. So I've got this from Mr. Rogers as well as this one. This is a great memoir on Mr. Rogers. Barack and Michelle's books. I adore them. I read Michelle's, but I've not read Barack's yet. I have Julie Andrews' memoirs. I was obsessed with Charles Lindbergh. When I was little, I thought he was so handsome. So I have a biography on him, which was really good. His book about his flight, and Anne, who was his wife, but she was definitely a kindred spirit, I feel. I have some of the Audrey Hepburn books I showed you, and then just some children's books over here. So like Winnie the Pooh, The Wind on the Willows, Matilda, Little Men. These were some of my favorite books growing up. This is one of my favorite books of all time. And then like my Molly book, I was obsessed with Molly so much. And then just the Audrey Hepburn books and a few other things there. In the spirit of showing you my books, I'm going to show you the rest of the ones that are in the living room. So I have my Crescent City books here, and then I have some of my Harry Potter books. We have a box set that's still at my mom's, but I have the illustrated ones and these here, and this is just a puzzle, but I think it looks really nice there. Down here are just some more books. Some of these I've read, some of them I haven't. I have these right here, which I love. Those are the kind where you like pull out the different letters and things. Let's see. I've not read The Nickel Boys or For Whom the Bell Tolls, but I want to, nor most of the books kind of on this half. And then I have my ACOTAR books here with some Switch games. And then this little planter, which I really want to get an African violet and put in it. I've tried to grow 2 or 3 African violets, so I've not had a lot of luck, but we're gonna try again. And then over here is just a Mod Podge. We've got some more Harry Potter books. Alice Hoffman. I have The Weaver and the Witch Queen, which I've not read. Matthew Perry's book, The Lord of the Rings. This one is like an Audrey Hepburn at home book, which I've looked through but never read. A really nice copy of All Quiet on the Western Front and The Scapegoat. I have my Little House books here where I've been reading them. And then my mom got me this Louisa May, there's a Clemmy here, Alcott Hidden Gems collection. I can't wait to do those. I've got my Blood and Ash books here, a John Wayne book, which is my husband's, some more Penguin cloth bounds, and then Abby Jimenez, Norse mythology, which I've not read, another copy of Jane Eyre, Ruthless Vows, Iron Flame, which I've not read either, and I've borrowed it from a friend, so I really need to read that one soon. But anyway, this is it. I do have more books in the room and more books in storage, but here they are for now. Then over here we have the deluxe edition of Beach Read on display, as it should be. This Monet book and the Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Pie Society. Some more pictures over here. This is a set of memoirs. If you enjoyed the Neapolitan novels, you would really, really enjoy this one. A picture of me and my best friends. I love this frame so much. My Emma vase, and then just some more cloth bounds. I've actually not read any of these, but I really want to do Middlemarch and March this year. So anyway, there's a little bit of my books. And I think that everything just looks so good. We obviously have football on today, but I'm just so happy with it all. It's perfect. Hello friends, and happy Wednesday. I have not finished Beg, Borrow, or Steal because I've not been able to read. Monday was one of those days where there was constantly something to do, and any spare moment that I had that I could have devoted to reading, I just wasn't able to. Like, Jeremy took Chloe for a walk when I was working, and then she came back and she was filthy, so we had to give her a bath. You know, like there was just, I don't know, laundry to fold, just so much of it, and just like little things like that I just felt like I just couldn't sit down and read because I felt like there were other things that were like that my time needed to go to. I didn't even like cross everything off of my to-do list. It was just a really frustrating day for me. Tuesdays are typically always a busier day for me. I have different students on different days. So some I meet with 4 days a week, some I meet with 5, some I meet with 3. But Tuesdays I have literally every single student. So typically on Tuesdays I just don't get a whole lot of reading done unless kids aren't showing up, which has not been the case all the past week or so. And then yesterday evening was a UK ball game. So my husband and I always like to watch those together. I never thought I would be like a sports person. But I really, really enjoy watching those games. I find it really exhilarating. And I am kind of emotionally attached to all of the players. And I don't know. I really enjoy it, shockingly. But anyway, Beg, Borrow, and Steal. I am on page 205, and there's like 130 some pages. So we are down to the last little bit. It is adorable. It is the sweetest, most cutest, most wonderful book that I've ever read. I don't know that I like it better than Practice Makes Perfect, just because I related to Annie, the main character in Practice Makes Perfect, a little bit more. But I mean, like, it is right up there. Like, this, as of now, will probably be a 5-star read for me because it is so stinking adorable and I love it and I'm obsessed. And I know that I want to read these next like 130 pages pretty much within one go. I'm not really going to want to stop or come back to it tomorrow. I have a little bit of a break before work, so I am going to try to read a little bit of it. And then after work, Wednesdays, since I finish up a little bit earlier on Wednesdays, are typically my cleaning day. So I'm going to rush through my cleaning. I think, honestly, I'm going to set like a timer for like an hour and 30 minutes. And what gets done, and what doesn't just gets rolled over till next week. And then I'm going to go ahead and finish this book. And then I'm going to take a bubble bath and I'm going to watch an Audrey Hepburn film, which I'm going to watch How to Steal a Million. But I think even if I hadn't have already picked out an Audrey Hepburn movie, like specifically for this vlog, for this book, I probably would have watched an Audrey movie, or like Pride and Prejudice or Emma, or something like comforting and cozy for me. But anyway, so I just wanted to give you a little bit of an update. I'm pretty spastic and a little nervous because I have a coaching session for my last session in about an hour, and basically coaching sessions are like observations. They come in and see kind of how the student's growth is, and just give constructive feedback and positive feedback. I had a horrible experience where I used to work with things like this, and it just makes me really anxious because I've spent the past few years just making myself sick over things like this, and I don't know, it's bad. And I know it's fine. I know that this is gonna make me better. I know it's better for my student, and I know that I obviously do a good job because they do check in every now and again. This one's just a little bit more formal, but I feel sick over it, and I just cannot wait to get it over. And I'm glad I can kind of rage clean if I feel like I did a bad job afterwards, but I don't know. I see I can't talk because I'm so spastic. I'm gonna have to like meditate before I go into the session because this is how I'll be teaching. But I'm so glad that I know I have this beautiful, cozy, wonderful little escape waiting for me regardless of how it goes. And I'm just so grateful for that. But I love it, and I can't wait to finish it. Hello friends! I was getting ready to sit down and edit this vlog, and I realized I never properly closed it off, so I'm going to do that here. I loved Big Bar on Still. It was wonderful and sweet and lovely, and she's up there now with her siblings. I don't know if I can show you. There she is up there. We're right there with her siblings. It was wonderful. I gave it 4 stars. I'm really stingy with 5-star reads. I feel like they really need to completely change my life, alter my perspective, in order for me to really give it the max amount of stars possible. And I feel like if I wasn't so stingy with my 5 stars, it would have been a 5-star read, if that makes sense. But anyway, I really loved it a lot, and I'm gonna move this a little bit, sorry, but it was really good. It was adorable and sweet and cute and funny and just really wonderful, but it also had a lot of emotional depth in it, and they balanced each other really well, so it wasn't just fun and sweet and cute and lacking any type of depth, but it wasn't heavy either. And I just felt like it was a really good mix of those two things. And I can tell from having read Sarah Adams for quite a few years now, I can see that she's grown so much as a writer, and that's really fun to kind of be on this journey with her. So it was great. I loved it, and I can't wait for the next Rome, Kentucky book, even though it's the last one, and I'll be sad, very sad, but I'm excited for it, and I have a very good idea of what it's going to be. Also, How to Steal a Million was so good. I honestly have not seen that since I was in school, like probably middle school or high school, when I was really in my Audrey Hepburn kick and I was recording her movies on Turner Classic Movie Channel and driving my parents crazy because I kept filling up the DVR with old movies. But I think at the time it just didn't stand out to me as some of her other films that I liked more. But it was so good. Like, I rented it to rewatch it, and I'm gonna buy it because I feel like it's gonna be a new comfort movie for me because it was amazing. It was hilarious and sweet and romantic, and I loved it. Peter O'Toole, like, I mean, what was I thinking back in the day? Like, he is handsome, and he's like the epitome of, I don't know, of something, this like arrogant main male character that kind of gets on your nerves, but you're also in love with him, and he's got like a sweet side to him. I don't know. I loved it. Their chemistry was amazing. I know that there were rumors when they filmed the film that Peter O'Toole and Audrey were having an affair, which wasn't true, but there were rumors about that. And their chemistry is amazing. But it was so good. And the closet scene in the movie compared to the closet scene in the book, oh my goodness, it was so good. I still have it for, I think tonight's my last night with the movie before my time runs out on it. And I'm going to see if Jeremy will, I'm sorry, my bangs are just having a day today. I need to trim them, but they're driving me nuts, and I apologize. But anyway, I still have it for tonight, so I'm hoping I can convince Jeremy to watch it with me again before my rental runs out, because it was so good. I loved it, and I can, like I said, I'm going to buy it because I totally see it being a comfort movie for me and one that I watch all the time. Lakin or Abby, if either one of you are watching this right now, we need to watch this movie together. I think it would be the most fun little movie night for us. If we like watch party and text through it, or if we like sit down in person together, we need to watch it because I don't know, I just feel like watching it with one of you girls will be so much fun too. So it's definitely a Audrey Hepburn girls night kind of movie. So if you want to have one of those, I highly recommend watching it as well. But anyway, I'm going to close this off here. Thank you so much for being here and watching this vlog. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed to my channel. Every week I get 2 or 3 new friends, and it truly makes me so happy that you watch my videos and find comfort or coziness and want to stick around for more. It means the absolute world to me, and it truly makes my day every single time. And during these really uncertain and very difficult times in life that we're all going through, especially if you live in the US right now, it's weird and hard and sad and scary. I'm really glad that I can offer you a source of comfort potentially, and it means so much. We need to escape into these like make-believe worlds, I feel like, more than ever, and I'm just really glad that I can share books and recommendations with you and get that back from others as well. So anyway, I am thinking of you all. I appreciate you all so very much, and I will see you very soon. Bye.